I've said it. Nigerian youths, they are complacent, they are quiet, all they do is grumble. We need to have constructive interaction. Do you understand? All I hear is grumblings and insults. That's not helpful. Do you understand? You guys, the country belongs to the youth. They should own it. Instead of a proper, program or agenda, they will threaten a strike that, of course, everybody knows they're not going to go on. How does that achieve anything? But as he said, Nigeria is a mayday. I agree.
Your advice? No, your advice.
My advice? The Nigerian government. My advice is to the Nigerian youth. My advice to Nigerian people. This is your country. Own it. You have another country. I don't have another country. So we have to make it work. We have to do whatever is necessary to reclaim our country, whatever is necessary to make sure that this country works for everybody.
So people are saying that the government should cut costs.
I agree. Government should cut costs. So why should they cut costs? Have you made them cut costs? Tell me, have you? Other than you should.
But Nigeria has the same pressure on the government.
How?
To reduce the cost of government.
How have you?
Every year.
Every year, what do you do to put pressure on the government? That by telling them that they should. I haven't seen a concerted complaint. I really haven't. And all I see is most people is about me. You understand? If I'm not, your direction to get things for other people may vary. Your direction may be very different from his, and vice versa. But let us see something. I want to see something. I'm sure other leaders want to see something. But all I see are young people who complain and constantly just insult their leaders. But they do not constructively engage the leaders. Do you understand? The leaders are already your leaders.
Can you give us an example of constructive criticism?
Okay. Now you tell me something that really bothers you. Okay? All right. We all complain about the Minister of FCT. Right? Please tell me what you people all do. The minister is an emissary of the president. The president is the de facto. Is it a letter you guys have written to the president? Is it a complaint? Is it a platform? Tell me. None. All you do is insult him, insult the minister, insult me. How does that get you anything? Do you understand my point? I want to see things that will make a difference. Oh, we don't like this. We need you to do A, B, C, D. Okay, if you don't do it, we will do X, Y, Z. And then do X, Y, Z if they don't do it. And I'm sure most of the time, if you put enough pressure on any government, governments are defined by the well-being of the people. If you put enough pressure on any government, they will. It's not enough to say, I don't want dodo, but you don't say what you want to eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my advice is not to government, it's to you, the youth of the country. Constructive is the word, not just criticizing and insults. Constructive. That's my advice. And especially to my constituents, who all they do is complain about how much they hate the minister. Tell the minister and me what you want. Maybe he might do it. Maybe I might get him to do it. But I need to know what you want, other than the things I already know, like no water, no schools, no hospitals. Tell me the other things.
But the other things are not being done too.
Have you mentioned them?
We need to mention them.
Of course you do. For instance, I have certain solutions to youth unemployment. You can't give them jobs in the office. Give them farmlands, 1 hectare. Minister of Agric, give them input. Everybody go to the farm. You tell us that, let's propose it, let's work out the modalities and see whether you comply. But you just say, I don't have work, I don't have this. So how can we help you other working in an office? You want governance to reduce, right? So office work is not an option. What are the other options? Do you understand? Before you elected me, I told you that governance is synergy between the governed and the leaders. I don't see the synergy since I got elected. All I see are complaints and insults.
on the discussion segment of our focus today, which is the role of youths in shaping the Nigerian politics, of this country. And then, to be very, very honest, Nigerians' political landscape is at a crossroad, and the role of the youth in shaping its future cannot be overemphasized. As the largest demographic in the country, youths possess the energy, the creativity, and the passion to drive meaningful change. With our increasing presence in the digital sphere and, growing demand for accountability, transparency, and good governance, Nigerian youths are poised to redefine the nation's political narrative. Okay, so this segment of discussion, we explore the pivotal role youths play in shaping Nigerians' political landscape, examining their potential, their challenges, and opportunities for impactful engagement. So, I'm still promising Joko Adibe, your anchor, by the way, and I still have with me Mr. Paul Smith here in the studio. I hope he's not going to. Anyway, there's no other third guest, second guest here, so he doesn't have to throw punches. I also have with me virtually Honorable Precious, all the way from UK, and I've also been told that Honorable Chris George is here with us. So, Honorable Chris George, are you there now? Has the network allowed you, plug in to talk to us? It's good to have you.
Good morning. Nigerian network.
No complaint, no complaint. I was told that you're no longer an APC chieftain. Please, can you briefly tell us what exactly happened? Because I remember you with your full chest, you used to say, I'm an APC chieftain. We founded the party. We started the party. What happened? They don't divorce you. Anyway, let's hear what happened briefly. Why are you no longer in APC? Honorable Chris, can you hear me? Oh my goodness. Network. I've just been told the network is bad. Well, when he comes back, we will be talking with him. Okay, so quickly, let me come to you, my Honorable Precious, all the way from UK. Now, you talked about a whole lot when we were having this discussion at the initial stage, but then as a youth, I want you to tell other youths how you feel Nigerian youths can participate actively in this country's political process. Because with what's been happening, a lot of youths are now losing, the enthusiastic nature of wanting to participate. And those who participate, some end up, doing dobale for godfathers and not doing the right thing. I don't know where Mr. Paul Smith falls in. He's going to tell us that later. But then, how would you advise or encourage Nigerian youth to participate actively in Nigerian politics today? Okay, before you say this, I've just been told we have a caller. Okay, good morning. Thank you for calling. Please go ahead with your contribution.
My name is Ace. I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to respond to
Mr. Eze, are you still there?
on the TV. What am I watching? Am I not talking to the phone?
Okay. I please, Mr. Eze, as well as other viewers, when you call us, please don't listen to yourself on any of your device. Don't listen to yourself on your TV. Just go ahead and make your contribution so that it can be smooth and flawless. All right. So, back to you, Honorable Precious. Please go ahead.
Joko. First, I'd like to react to Ms. Ireti Kindigbe. I believe she's listening and she's watching this video, this live broadcast. If she's not, one of her aides definitely would be watching. Mm-hmm. I heard all she said. She said Nigeria youths are complacent. I agree with her. Since you say so, we hear you. But she shouldn't forget how she came into power. The only thing I will beg her now, because she's currently the electoral reform and electoral matters or whatsoever committee chairman in the House of Senate. Man, a Electoral Reform Act amendment bill was submitted to you some days, I think it's about 2 weeks now, by Peter. Please, since you are actually saying Nigeria youths only talk, we don't act, we have decided to act. Please act on that bill that was that bill that we are looking for you to sponsor, so as to amend the act, the Electoral Reform Act, to make the electronic transmission of a voting result compulsory, and a requisite to make to authenticate the genuinity of results coming from every polling unit. Okay, please, that would do a whole lot for us. If you feel like, okay, you have joined the lot and we are not noise makers, in 2027, you'll be surprised, you'll become a victim of this same failed electoral process, because a lot of people are also after your seat, man. So that is all I have to tell you. So going to how Nigerian youth can be encouraged to participate actively in Nigerian politics. First, I want you to understand that as it stands now, as it stands currently, Tinubu will not win 20% of the vote he had in 2023 if a free and fair election is conducted. So what are they thriving on? What are they actually doing currently to make you believe that they have everything under control? And if an election is held today, they would win. First is your psychological manipulation and your thought suppression. There is this misconception always in the society that no need to go vote. We already know the outcome. Forget time. We have already drafted results. If you were very, very conversant with 2023 election, you understand that even with rigging, obviously they were still defeated. It had to come to a point where the figures that didn't match, they had to be tipsy and manually writing figures. And if you were actually going to use those results, the real results from Beavers, as the determinant of the election, even with their rigging, still they will have lost.
Okay.
So what we need to focus on first is our mindset reorientation. Understand that the power that is inherent in democracy is in your hands. And understand that the continuous reduction of your power is to continue to suppress you, so that you would not have the confidence to demand what is due you. And you only demand what is due you through voting.
Okay.
And if someone promises you something and does not do it, and you have an agreement to an extent, you enact that agreement. So Nigerian youths, understand that the current situation whereby you work in places where you are paid 100,000 and you cannot even live a moderate life is just a child's play compared to what is coming after 2027. The current reality now, where you have a situation where you cannot tell if this girl you want to marry has done wrongs before or not, is child's play compared to what is coming in 2027, because it will go round.
Okay.
The current situation where we have every household having a representation in the Yahoo industry, it's a child's play. People will come physically wanting to scam each other, because we have come to a point where abnormality is now a show of intellectual capacity, and your ability to engage in corrupt practices determine how much you have in your bank coffers. Okay. So we as youth must deliberately revolt to say, we understand now that all the promises you have been making in the past and all that wasn't actually for our interest, but to continue to run the country as a business. Now we understand we want to claim our father's property back. Because if you do not know that this man that is telling you sweet words was the one who killed your father to get his property, you see him as someone who is trying to help you. That is the reality of Nigeria. Nigeria should understand that all these people going up and down saying all manner of things are not saying it because they love them. They are not saying it because they actually wish well for them. They are saying it because they feel it is their right to continuously enjoy the general wealth of the country with their family, while the mass majority of the country continue to suffer, while soldiers are slaughtered and their bodies brought to the street, and then all manner of ills. So as a youth, if you are still in any part of Nigeria, or you are anywhere, diaspora and the rest, and you are propagating the ideology that you are from Igbo extraction, Southern extraction, or Northern extraction, and you are going to vote on the basis of your regional affiliation, I tell you, you are the biggest illiterates and the biggest disgrace to your own self. Because what you are doing, you are prolonging your days of imprisonment, because currently.
So sorry about
Sorry,
that.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so can you quickly round up so that we get someone else's contributions to that?
In a nutshell, because if I'm to talk about this, I will say for a whole day. So in a nutshell, what I will tell Nigerian youth is this: understand the option that we have to rewrite Nigeria's history, and because they know, that is why they are actually trying to do psychological suppression and make you feel like even if you vote, you no go count, or because they saw what happened when you came out in 2023. All you need to do now is to understand that if I put a little more effort and we do more than what happened in 2023, it will be different. Now, let me tell you this. As you prepare for 2027, buy food flasks, because the price might go so high during the period of election. So that as you are going to the election ground, that they carry food after voting, not going home. No sane security personnel would want to come and influence the votes or assist people to cut away with what the masses has voted, seeing that the people are still there. 1,000 people voted in the polling unit. Then 3 of you want to come and cause it would not. So let us be more determined and focused. This is a fight between the oppressor and the oppressed.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Honorable Precious. We truly appreciate that contribution. Viewers, we are talking about the role of Nigerian youths in shaping the political landscape of the country. Feel free to call in. The number to call in is showing on your screen, and like I said earlier, when you call in, please take a step away from your screen. Try not to listen to yourself. You can go back and rewatch it. It's there for you. So feel free to call in, and then if you can't call in, please send us your comments via any of our social media platforms showing on your screen too. We'll read them out. Okay, Honorable Chris George, are you back? Are you back with us? Is the network preventing you from talking because I asked why you left the APC?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Welcome back. So what am I supposed to address you, because you're always an APC chieftain? Right now, which of the parties do you belong to? And why did you leave APC? Can you briefly tell us that?
I have not left APC. I'm still in APC. Even though some of my friends in the APC are saying that I have left the party. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Hello.
Go ahead, Honorable Chris.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Even though some of my friends, even some of my friends are saying that I have left the APC. I have not told anyone that I have left the APC. It is the sins of the APC that is chasing them. And then when you are against some of the policies of the government, they feel that you are not a member of the party again, that you are supposed to accept everything that the government is doing. Remember, the government is a government of APC, and I'm a member of APC. I wouldn't like anything that will affect Nigerians because I'm a Nigerian. So I wouldn't like anything to affect the people of Nigeria. So I'm only against the policies of the government,
Okay.
and then the people now believe that I am no more in the party.
Okay, so it's
I am not. Those people who knows me. Those people who knows me know that I am not a sycophantic politician.
okay, okay,
I'm a
Honorable Chris.
politician. When I
Honorable
see the
Chris.
truth, will tell you.
Honorable Chris. So is it fair to still address you as an APC chieftain? I just want a yes or a no, so that we don't make mistakes. Just yes or no. Can we still address
Yeah,
you as APC
I am.
chieftain?
I am. Yes, I am a
Okay,
chieftain of the party,
okay,
and
okay, okay.
no,
You've answered that.
listen, I'm a chieftain. Listen, no. I'm a chieftain of the party. I'm a founding member of the party.
Okay,
So addressing me as a chieftain of the party is not a wrong idea
okay.
until otherwise. But I want to tell you that if APC continues in this manner, I will leave the party soonest.
Okay, thank you very much. You've answered my question. Now, I'm sure you watched the video we played before we joined this segment, the second segment. Senator Ireti Kigigbe, she said a whole lot of things about youth not complaining, youth just not taking initiative to do some things, keep complaining, keep talking, and all of
Senator
that.
who?
Ireti Kigigbe, the FCT senator.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Okay,
talked
the FCT minister,
senator. Yeah, she talked a whole lot about youths not doing what they are supposed to do. So I want to ask in regards to that, despite the youths, she said we keep making noise on social media and a whole lot of things. Do you think let me take you back to EndSARS. Do you think when we had that EndSARS movement and all of that, was that not the youth talking? And then we saw how peaceful EndSARS was. We later saw the end of EndSARS, how it became bloody before a lot of Nigerian youths decide to withdraw. So who is at fault here? Is it the youths that are not talking, or is it the government that is clamping the voice of the youths? Okay, just last year we also had the End Bad Governance protest that was peaceful until so hoodlums hijacked it. So is it true that Nigerian youths are not voicing out the right way and just making noise, or are they really voicing out but they are being silenced? I want to get your opinion on that quickly.
Well, I will not. Totally agree with Senator Kingibe. I
Okay.
will also not agree that the youth are not voicing out. The Nigerian youths are actually voicing out. Am I not voicing out as I'm talking to you? Am I not saying, oh, Nigerian, the government is not doing well? The problem is we have a government who does not like criticism. They don't want people to criticize their activities. And so if once you criticize what they do, they come after you. There are most of us youth, like some of us, who are choosing that if we die, we die. If we live, we live. We will keep saying the truth. We will keep telling Nigerians and keep telling the government that this and this is wrong. So if she says that Nigerian youths are not doing what they are supposed to, what does she want them to do? The people have been voicing out. Once you say a thing, just like Dino Molaye said that if you talk, you die. If you speak, you die. If you don't talk, you die. So what do we do? Let us speak. So let her not say that the Nigerian youths are not saying the right thing. They are not. What does she want them to say? The people are voicing out. Once you say a thing, then you see the government coming out against you with security agencies and all those things. Do you know how many threats I have received for speaking out, telling the government that your policies are bad? So let her forget that thing. If she's eating, fine. If she's not, if she's eating and seeing little things from this government, she should forget about it. The Nigerian youth are speaking. And we want to tell the people that in 2027, Nigerian youth will speak more. Okay. When we started when they started the end bad governance, did you see what the government did? They were using money. If you believe you are doing well as a government, you don't need to use money to bribe the youth, some certain people to fight against the genuine youth of Nigerians. You are not supposed to do that because you know what you are doing. No matter the protest, that you will still come back to what you are doing if you are doing the right thing. So, but in this case, because you know you are doing the wrong thing, you use money to influence, and then you cause hardship in Nigeria, so that whenever protest wants to come, you use food and money to give to them, and everybody sit down.
Keep quiet.
There are most of us like this who have said whether we eat, we don't eat, we don't care. We are going to protest against bad governance. But I want to say this: don't worry. If the government continues this way, you know, when water is full in a place and looking for a place, looking for a way to go out, and is not seeing it, what happened? It bursts wherever they have put the water, or where the water has overflowed. It bursts and then comes out and take over everywhere. You can't block waterways. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
So no matter how this government give people money not to protest, not to do this, a day is coming when they have collected enough, and they say, no, we cannot collect again. They know that they have more than enough to protect themselves. They will burst out and do whatever they want to do. So even giving them money or stopping them is not anything. Have you gone to the streets of Nigeria and see that even the military and the police people are not happy with this governance, with this government?
Okay, but then if you say the military and
The
the police, they are
police
not.
is not happy
If you say
with
they
the
are not
government.
happy, but then they are still. Hold on, Honorable Chris. If you say they are not happy, I find it a bit difficult to believe, because they are still the ones who go about harassing protesters. They are still the ones who go about victimizing people. They are still the ones who go about doing all these heinous things because maybe they wear the uniform. So it's actually a bit difficult to believe that they are not happy with this government. Don't you think so?
No. Let me tell you why it is like that. Let me tell you why it is like that.
Okay.
Nobody wants to lose their job in Nigeria. Not people like us who are ready to say, if the job go, let it go. If it comes, let it stay. Not everybody that are ready to lose their job.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Okay.
So when you see a policeman on the road stopping protesters, it's because he has received the last order from the order at the top who is eating and he is not eating. But if you watch that policeman very well, he is being playful. Nigerian police now are being playful with even the citizens. They are happy. They are not happy with the way things are going. They are not so harsh to those protesters. If you watch very well, they are not harsh to those protesters. I've watched a policeman, I've watched a senior police officer giving food and water to protesters, that, oh, they should take food, take water, and begging them, please take this thing calmly. It is not a do or die something.
Yeah, that's 1 in a million.
Easy.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you, Honorable Chris. Your comments are well noted. Thank you. That's actually 1 in a million, because if you say because they were giving the last order, I wonder if you're giving the last order to murder someone in cold blood, will you listen to the order, or will you listen to your conscience? This is me asking, just a wide question. So let me come to you, our politician in the house. I know you've been quiet for a while. You've had the questions I've asked, and you've gotten their responses. But then, when they were both talking, they talked about the youths, taking charge and all of that. And then earlier we talked about Atiku and Obi's coalition, and you didn't have a problem with, both of them being running mates. But then, what qualities exactly should Nigerian youths look out for in their leaders, and how can they hold them accountable? Because we just saw WAEC. You mentioned it. No, people are still keeping their jobs despite such very, very wrong thing to do. We've seen JAMB, people are still keeping their jobs. But then, how can we hold? First, I'm asking you two in one question. First, what kind of qualities should Nigerians look out for? Second, how can we hold our leaders accountable?
So first of all, you must look out for a leader that has vision. That has a vision that is crystal clear, that is achievable, that has all of us in it.
Okay.
You can't just say you have a vision and the vision does not include every Nigerian. You understand? And not just only that vision, how do you actualize this vision? Which is your mission? How do you actualize this vision? Like in 2027, the only person that crystally told us what they want to do was P2B and Atiku. If I ask you, what did President Tinubu, what did he tell us that he was going to do? Well, in fairness to him, everything he told us he was going to do, which of course was the other way around, he's doing them. He said he was going to shrink the purchasing power of the people. which is what is going on.
And widen the tax net.
You understand? He said he was going to widen the tax net, which is what he's doing. Now, when you go to buy food, you pay entertainment tax. That is aside the VAT and the withholding tax. You pay another 5%. So he said he was going to widen. So he said he was going to worsen the situation of Nigerians. We all heard him, right? And that's what. So what Nigerians should look out for leaders are leaders who have vision. I ran for election in 2023, and if you go there, all my campaign statements are there. I articulately and critically spent time in telling Nigerians what I will be doing in the Senate. I listed out 20 policies and laws I was going to influence when I get there. And I told Nigerians that I will be a strong voice in the Senate, not just in the Senate and outside the Senate, and I meant it. And I want to ask Nigerians, what did Ireti tell Nigerians she was going to do? Nothing. And that is the reason why she can blame Nigerian youth that they are not doing anything. Whereas you that are supposed to be speaking for us, you are not speaking, and you are saying Nigerian youths are not doing anything. So Nigerian youths should watch out for these qualities. People that have plan and vision. And what are these plans? Let us ask them. What are these plans? How are they achievable? How are they achievable? You have let's say you have 4 years, not 8 years. How are you going to achieve these plans in 4 years? How will they translate to progress in the next 4 years, and how are they going to better the lives of Nigerians? Nigerians should be ready for this. But you know the big problem with Nigerian youth. The big problem with Nigerian youth is that we do not ask intriguing questions. We just follow sentiments. We follow tribalism. We follow emotions. We do not ask these intriguing questions. Now Nigerian youth are saying, it's Obi or nothing. It's Obi or nothing. Fine, I agree with you. I will always, if Obi decides to run alone and Atiku decides to run alone, I will rather vote for Obi.
Okay.
You understand? But I'm telling you, that vote will not go anywhere. You understand? So we should now sit down and do things differently because we want progress. And for progress to come, please, sorry I'm deviating a little bit from your question. I watched a movie. So the Nazis, they infiltrated Poland. And the Polish citizens, youths, they now set up a what they call them, a resistance group that were trying to fight against the Nazis. So the first time they attacked the Nazis, they finished them. So one guy that went there, the man that led the resistance and his best friend died in that attack. He now told himself that never again will he go or push at the resistance that they didn't plan very well for, because there was no plan. They just took ammunition. They were just running towards the Nazis. And when these people died, he was not asking what was the plan. So he now went behind and strategically planned. And when they came up with a good plan, it was that plan that the Polish youths used in defeating the Nazis in Poland. And they won. Until today, their names are etched in history that these people participated in the defeat of the Nazi soldier. So that's what I'm telling the obedience. Let us not push with emotion this time around and not achieve anything. Let us plan, and the goal is to win. Let us plan to win. Then number two, you asked them. Sorry if I can.
How can we hold them accountable?
How can we hold them accountable?
The fact that they are not even accessible.
It is very easy. I don't need to be in the corridors of power to hold you accountable. I have my tools, my social media tools with me. I hold you accountable on the street. Do you understand? I voice out. This is not what you say you would do. Oh. You say you will do this.
But we've had people who voice out and they are being clamped. We have a very dark man. We have some other people who talk, and then before you know it, this person is being arrested.
The reason why he's being arrested, the people that are there, did they tell very dark man what we are going to do? They didn't say this was very dark man is just only venting frustration. Our frustration. You understand? He's not holding accountable. What did you want to hold people accountable for? What did he tell you he was going to do? Okay, concerning electricity, what did he tell you he was going to do?
Oh, but he said after how many after 6 months,
no, he said after 4 years.
Yeah,
4 years is over.
You
can't stone him now. 4 years. He said after 4 years. 4 years is not over.
Okay.
And concerning subsidy, he told you he was going to remove subsidy. Didn't he tell you? He said he was going to remove subsidy. So you want to hold him accountable for that? He said so, that he will remove subsidy. And on the swearing in day, he mentioned that subsidy is gone. And from that day till today, lives have not remained the same.
Okay.
So what do you want to hold him accountable for? So what very dark man is doing is that we are venting frustration. That's not holding accountable.
Okay.
You holding me accountable is that I tell you, joke, that I will be here by 12. And by 12, I wasn't here. You hold me, say, Paul, You say be here by 12, you were not here. Okay, what happens is that next time I will not invite you for this program because you did not keep to the time. That is you holding me accountable. You understand? So what are you holding him accountable for what? What did he tell you he was going to do?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Smith.
You understand? So when people make promises that they will do this thing and they don't do it, that is when you hold them accountable. And the youth, one of the ways we will hold these people accountable is to say no to them vehemently. If we have, because we can't shoot them guns, we can't destroy government, but we hold them accountable, writing articles, carrying out protests, vehemently saying no. Well, if I'm working in the government and the government says he will do this and does not do it, I will resign. I will tell the government, yes, I'm working for you, but you told us you will do this and you're not doing it. One of the best way of holding accountable is, first of all, let me resign because you have not kept your word.
Okay.
But you see youths working with governors, working with senators. Ireti has youths working with her. You see all of these people. The youths working with them, how many of them have resigned to hold them accountable that, look, you're not doing what you say you should do?
Well, there's hunger in the land. They feel the moment I leave this job, how do I feed my family? How do I do this? How do I do that? So better drink sand than drink if you don't get the water to drink.
Well, let me tell you something. How many fed people has achieved progress in this life?
Okay, Mr. Paul Smith, I think I need to hold you there. Our time is fast spent. We have just 5 minutes or even less. Let me come to, I've just been told that Honorable Chris George is no longer here with us. I think duty calls somewhere. So, Honorable Precious, we have to go now, but then let me get your last words, and then in giving me your last words, or giving the youths your last word, I want you to react to this. In what ways do you think Nigerian youths can redefine political leadership and integrity for the next generation? Honorable Precious, did you hear me?
Hear you. What ways we can redefine
political leadership and integrity for the next generation? That should be your last words. And please, can you give us that briefly? Thank you.
All right. God bless you. Thanks a lot to Joko for all you're doing. So first, I'd like to say, no matter how you paint bad remains bad. Okay? So we cannot add oxygen to carbon dioxide and get water. It's oxygen and hydrogen. Do you understand? So the equation has always been like that. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is this. If we continue to see abnormality as a norm, we will continue to receive abnormal results. When a marriage happens between two people who are not incompatible, the result will be destructive. So do not bring things into friction simply because you want to cause a result. Today, it might be appealing to say it is good to bring Atiku and let Peter Obi become, the deputy. But to what extent does it now transcend to us having, a leadership where
like Lance?
Does it transcend to having
Honorable
leadership
George, please,
where...
can you mute your mic? Honorable George, please, can you mute your mic? Thank you. Okay, Honorable Precious, please go ahead.
Let me just... Sorry. Okay. So, I'm saying, with this transcend to having quality leadership, the truth is, it will not.
But if Atiku runs as Obi's vice, we will have quality leadership.
Okay, just let
if Atiku runs as Obi's vice, we will have quality leadership. Let us be realistic now.
Let him finish up. I'll give you time to react.
Now the funny thing is this: if Atiku today runs, it's going to give another sentiment to regional politics, and the mantra upon which these people will now run on is going to be the basis of the Saturn ticket being cut short. They have done their 8 years. They don't want to allow us to do our 8 years, which is a narrative most Nigerians fall to.
Okay.
And this must be avoided. So, in a nutshell, I'm saying this. As a youth, as an individual, anywhere you are, understand that you are one of the ways to change this country.
Okay.
And no matter what you are given to indulge in anything that is abnormal, stay for what is right.
Beautiful.
That is why I've never decamped to any party or join anybody or stand on anybody's mandate. My mandate is the mandate that is right.
Okay.
And I will stand what is right at all time.
Thank you.
Try to do so as well. God bless.
Thank you very much, Honorable Precious. Stand on the right thing at all time, whether someone's there looking at you or not. I'll give you time to react. So just hold on. Honorable Chris Judge, thank you for popping in again. Can we get your last word with regards to what we're discussing? What final words do you have for Nigerian youth with regards to shaping the landscape of politics in Nigeria? Can you give us that in about 30 or 60 seconds, Max?
Okay.
In 60 seconds, please.
I will give to the Nigerian. Okay, I will only tell the Nigerian people and the Nigerian youth that the 2027 election, and I would advise that they should join the coalition, because what we are seeing today in this government is zero. Okay. This is not the ideology that APC was formed.
Okay.
We should join hands with the coalition leaders and make sure that this government is off, and then put our heads together and see how Nigeria will be a better place for all Nigerians to stay.
Okay.
That's my only advice I can give people and the youth, that the youth should come together. It is time for them to take over leadership.
Okay.
We should not wait for this old again. We should not wait for these people who say that they are leaders and yet they are killing us.
All right.
It is time for we to take leadership.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chris George. Nice advice there. So let me come to you. Do I call you Honorable or Comrade? Which one?
Not Honorable,
okay.
Comrade.
Mr. Paul Smith. Now, please, very briefly, can we get your last words? But then, both of them made statements about, youth taking charge and all of that. So I'll ask you a last question. Do you think Nigeria should lower the age requirements for political offices? Let that be your last word. And can you give me that in 60 seconds?
Yes, they can lower the age. It is okay. It's a welcome development. They lowered it the other time, which was fair enough. It can still come down, which is
so what age would you advise for the position of the president?
If you are old enough to vote, then you should be old enough to be voted for. That is why I clamor for. If you are old enough to vote,
but that's not a particular age range.
That of course is 18 years old. If you
no, I'm saying the age for politics. The moment you're maybe 70, you shouldn't run for so and so positions.
I do not agree to that. Okay. If you are old enough to vote, then you should be old enough to be voted for. We've seen 70-year-old people who are very sound and articulate and have dreams, good dreams, and all of that. So what do you call it? I can't remember later. But what I'm trying to also say is this. You see, I keep saying it. First of all, obedience should not play holier than thou. We are not holier than thou. We are not the ones who want this. We are not the only ones who want this country to become better. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's just that we have a candidate that has given us that visibility, and people cannot identify us as obedient. This is the first movement of its kind in Nigeria and maybe Africa, right? Okay. So we shouldn't play holier than thou. Now, if you are saying you want Atiku should be the one running as a vice to P2B, and on the other breath, you are saying that we shouldn't mix oil and whatever. Then that means we are just acting emotionally and being confused. We should be realistic. We should sit down and be strategic about this. If not, we will still be in the same boat. And Tinubu will be president in 2027. I will be worse than where we are now. Okay. It will be far worse than where we are now. You understand? So that is what I'm telling my fellow obedience and my fellow young people, that this coalition, we should not shy away from it. We should embrace it and accept it. It is the pathway for us to get the good governance or the great governance that we want. Atiku is ready to be held accountable. If you can see, the man is ready. You are saying Atiku has been running the election since only God knows when.
Okay.
In 2019, Atiku clearly won the election. We all know.
I have to let you
Atiku ran with P2B. We all know he won the. So don't try to write the man off as if the man is a terrible thing to happen or whatever. No, people should not do that. Don't play holier than thou.
Nigerians are trying to go for the lesser evil. But then, thank you very much, Mr. Paul Smith, for always availing yourself whenever we call you. Thank you very much. I can't wait to call you Senator Paul Smith.
And it will happen.
I hope when you become a senator, when we call you to come and sit on our show, you will come. Because if you don't come, we will call
In
you.
fact,
Hey, ACNN. I personally will call you out on ACNN.
When I become a senator, you will not need to come. You will see my good works, and you will be happy with me.
Okay, beautiful. Amen to that. Thank you very much for coming to talk to us. Thank you very much to our guests online, Honorable Precious and Honorable Chris George. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate your input. It was very, very robust, and it made this conversation worthwhile. And to our viewers out there, thank you very much for staying tuned with us, and to those who called, we appreciate your call. To those behind the scene who are always doing magic, Rachel, Ebuka, Gift, Adeze, Achilogo, and Mr. Godson, thank you very much and Evangelist Gajere, thank you for making this a wonderful program. So I'm going to tell our Nigerian youths, and I stand with what Honorable Precious said. Whether somebody is there with you or not, endeavor to do the right thing. Stand on the right path. And believe me, you will never be wrong. So until we come your way again, same time, same station tomorrow, please do the right thing. And remember, as a youth, you have the power to make that positive change. Bye for now.